What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It is Saturday evening. Spent most of the day doing work stuff, estimates, stuff like that. I also had a tree half-ass fall in the front yard, so I had to cut it up. I'm covered in sawdust. But if you're new to the channel, this is what we're working on, or what we have been working on. This is our $500 hope to be all-wheel drive one day kind of race car thingy we're trying to build. And these are the trailing arms for it. Nugg came by and made an awesome little video about these things, and I'll tell you what, I will stick it in right now. He did a super good job on it. We also added a little part to the intro. Thanks, Christian, for the idea on that one. It turned out fucking rad. But this is probably the last time you'll see the control arms. They're pretty much done. You might see them later on in the video. I gotta weld up a couple little things on them, but after that, they're just going off to powder coating and they're done. I'm kind of at a dilemma with them. I've always wanted to, you know, start a little business and, you know, build car parts, and I don't want to get rich. I just want to, you know, be able to pay the bills with it, I guess. But I'm at a point in my career where things are working out really good. And with making these trailing arms, I've received a ton of messages about, you know, people wanting to buy them, and I've even got a couple messages from shops, you know, talking about testing them out on their cars. And we're talking about fast cars here, like, you know, high 7, low 8-second cars. So it would probably be a good idea to, you know, start moving forward with making more sets of them, build some tooling, and maybe invest in like a plasma table and try to build some more. The problem with that is I work, you know, 50-60 hours a week, and I try to make content. You know, I've been pretty good about putting a video out every week. Matter of fact, I think since the first of the year, I've put out a video every week, and I don't want to mess that up. So I'm at a crossroads right now. I don't know what to do. I can't make trailing arm videos over and over and over every, you know, week, but I need time to build tooling, and I still need to work on this piece of junk over here. And I still have to work, you know, at work. Speaking of work, you know, we just got a nightmare job. I found out yesterday that we're gonna get it. So I'm gonna be working 6 days a week, you know, probably 12 hours a day, which is gonna make putting content out really hard, let alone trying to start a side business selling, you know, parts. But I don't know, I'll figure it out. I'm not complaining by any means. It's an awesome situation to be in. I just, you know, I got to figure it out, figure out what I'm going to do. Something's going to have to give somewhere, and I got a family to support, so it can't be my job, not right now, not yet. So we'll see where it goes. Anyway, tonight we're going to start addressing some problems with this car. I don't know if you can see this. I mentioned it in one of the other videos, but somebody did a number on this thing. They just like welded all this shit on, and one of the bolts up here for the camber adjustments welded on, like that's been welded on. This one, the nut behind it's broken loose and it was welded on, so I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna do there, but I do know that I need to get the car up off the ground to be able to work on it, and we still have to mount the diff. I'm gonna do some cool stuff with the diff, I think, and I'm also going to try to do something really cool with the suspension to fix the crooked shock problem. So we got to get the car up off the ground to be able to do that stuff. So I'm going to try to build a dolly little thing, a car dolly jack thing. I wanted to build a rotisserie, but there's just not room in the garage for it. So we'll start on that, and then we'll see where we get, and hopefully we can get it done and, you know, get the car up where we can start working on it. But let's get started. Okay, so let me show you what I got going on here, and maybe you can kind of get an idea of where I'm going with it. I got all this metal from the local, it's a recycling place, but they sell used metal, like old metal, and they sell new metal, and sometimes you can get some really, really good deals there. In this case, I came across some 1.5" square tubing, and it's fairly thick for what it is. Here, you can get an idea over here. It's a lot thicker than the stuff I normally use. But what I'm gonna do is I've got 4 pieces here, 2 shorter pieces which are 52, I think, and the 2 longer pieces are like 61, give or take. And I'm gonna make a square. And it should wind up being centered to like the jack points on the car. And then I'm gonna run these posts up out of it and use those over there as supports. And all I did here was make little notches, and you'll see what those are for here in a little bit. But I'm gonna try to go ahead and tack them all up, and then I'll probably call it a night. I'm not sure. We'll see where it goes. It's already like 1 o'clock in the morning, so we'll see. But let's get back to it. Alright guys, so this is where I got with it last night. The frame is all welded up. Now we got to start working on getting those arms up and getting those braces in. I was going to try to do it last night, but I had to start grinding, and it was like 1 o'clock in the morning, and I wasn't trying to piss the neighbors off anywhere, so I already had. So let's get cruising. Okay, so what I've got here is the 1.5" tube, and I cut a little piece of angle iron, and those are the notches I cut, and it's going to fit in there just like that. And the way I've been doing this is I've got my lines marked on here where it needs to sit, and then just been coming over here and clamping it up to that piece of aluminum angle there. So that way it stays all nice and straight when I try to tack it all up. I've got all these tacked up, and then as soon as I get that one done, I'll come in here and weld all these up, and then we can start sticking them to the big frame there. So that's where I'm at with it. Okay, so I got it kind of done. I should have filmed a little bit more than what I did, but I'll show you, kind of how I got to where I'm at now. I cut out some little 1/8" plates, and I bolted the casters to those, and then I just kind of welded them on there. I didn't go crazy with the welding, but that is it. It's pretty sturdy. I definitely don't think it's going to go anywhere. Now, the only problem is, in my head, I was going to build this a little bit different. It was going to be collapsible right here. That way I could get the car on it easier, and I could move the car down. But once I started building it, I was like, man, this is going to be a pain in the ass. I'm going to wind up just throwing this thing away later on, or turning it into a table or something. So I was like, I'll just build it as tall as I want it. Well, I didn't think about it at the time, but that's going to make it an absolute pain in the ass for me to get the fucking car onto it. So I'm going to try to do some sketchy shit, and we'll see if it works out. Alright, that was the sketchiest shit I've ever done in my entire life. I don't think you could have fit a thumbtack through my asshole during that ordeal. But the damn thing is up there, believe it or not, and it has tons of room to work underneath it. So now we can figure out how we're going to set up like the diff and the lower control arms and so on and so forth. It definitely gives us plenty of room under there. I'm looking at it now, it's crazy. My happy ass can sit on the little creeper and roll around underneath there, so it should be plenty of room. Now, I don't know how the fuck I'm going to get the thing back down, but we'll deal with that when the day comes. Anyway, thank you to everybody that subscribed. We're at like 550 subscribers. It's crazy. We got like 100 in a week. It blows my mind. And sorry you had to deal with kind of a lame video this week. But next week, it needed to be done. So next week we can start cruising on the other stuff if I get some time off work. If you want to support the channel, go to www.megaspool.myshopify.com and pick up a shirt or a sticker. Beer koozies are supposed to be in tomorrow, so maybe if they're worth a fuck, I'll put them up on the website here pretty soon. Check them out. And like I said, just thank you so much to everybody that supported the channel and all the messages I've got and things, you know, it blows my mind. So definitely stick around, because we're gonna, you know, in the next coming weeks, we're gonna do some cool shit with mounting the diff and stuff like that. So, and y'all give Nugg some love for the trailing arm edit. He did a real good job on it, and the intro, you know. So I'm sure we'll be seeing more of his work around here too. But anyway, I gotta get inside and edit the video. Daylight savings time totally fucked me. So I will catch y'all next week.